We are gonna take the full glam journey using only products that are $5 or less. We're actually gonna start with a product that I absolutely adore. I have talked about this one a lot. It is $4.99, so I am just hitting the mark, and this is from Wet n Wild. This is the Coverall Primer. I'm taking a little bit on my glass palette. I'm taking a brush from e.l.f. This is a foundation brush of sorts, and I'm just going to kind of paint a light coat of this primer on. I find that this primer works best when you don't overuse the product. So I am just taking a nice thin layer everywhere. This is where it's gonna get interesting. I remember actually liking this product way back when. I haven't used it in years. I repurchased this for this very occasion. This is light medium in the Coverall foundation. I am going to squeeze a little bit out and pray to God for some good results. I remember this being a very, very full coverage intense foundation. And normally I do like my higher end foundations, and there are some drugstore ones that I love. I recently did a video all about that, but they're all over $5. So we're giving this one a solid go. Look at that coverage though. I mean, are you joking me? This is like the $5 version of the Milani Conceal and Perfect. Moving on to a little bit of concealer, we're going to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I have the shade Porcelain, and I'm just going to paint this underneath my eye, and I am going to highlight with this. I'm going to take it down the bridge of the nose, a little bit here, a little here. I'm going to try and make it work. All right, I'm gonna teach you guys a trick. If you ever go a little bit too heavy with your concealer, pat underneath my eye, and you don't have to do this with a beauty blender. You can use any sponge, and it's just gonna pick up some of that excess. Because I went a little bit crazy. I hadn't used that concealer in a while, and I forgot, A, I clearly forgot what shade I am, and B, I forgot how concentrated it is. So the other thing I'm gonna do is take a little bit of foundation on my sponge, and I'm gonna go on top of the concealer to kind of tone it down. So this under 5 video is turning into a makeup mishaps and how to correct them already, but hang with me. We're gonna get to a great result. I really feel it. It's always a good idea to keep in mind that when you're working with creams, you can manipulate anything until you set it with a powder. All right, so I'm good with that. We are gonna move on to setting the under eye area. I have this guy from Wet n Wild. This is the contouring palette. I actually really, really love this setting powder in here. It's surprisingly incredible. Like not just, oh, hey, I'm doing this under 5, makeup look. This is actually a really nice one, regardless of its price. I'm gonna set the rest of my face with this Rimmel Stay Matte. And then I'm going to take, oh, I hate this brush. I bought this morning thinking that I was gonna do the full shebang, like no expensive brushes whatsoever. Do not buy this from Jessie's Girl. It's pretty bad. I'm gonna use this one from e.l.f. This is the Total Face Brush. It's surprisingly not totally crappy. So if you are on a budget and you need a face brush for your bronzer, blush, whatever, this is a really good one. I got it at CVS. So I'm taking this Rimmel bronzer. This is the shade Sun Bronze. Really love this one so much. And I'm just gonna go on the perimeter of my face. What are your guys' favorite TV shows right now? I'm like going through a phase where I am binging on like all of the best series ever. Who else watched The Crown? I am so in love with it. I cannot wait for season 2. I think it was one of the most beautiful series I have ever watched. Love it so, so much. Okay, so something to keep in mind also with products that are not as finely milled, that are not as high end, not as pricey. You want to make sure you go that extra mile to blend. So, and accompanied with the fact that I'm not using the greatest, softest brush ever either, but you can make this work. So I'm really just taking my time and blending and chatting with you all and blending some more. I'm kind of terrified to take this brush, but we're gonna do it anyway. This is from Jessie's Girl. I think it was $2.99. I'm gonna take the matte blush from Makeup Revolution. This is in the shade Beloved, and I think this is a fabulous blush. So let's just keep our fingers crossed about the makeup, or about the brushes. Yeah, that brush is absolute. Forgive me guys, we are not gonna make this makeup that I know is totally fabulous look awful. I want to show you that you can make affordable makeup look awesome. Sometimes you just have to have a little bit nicer of a brush. This is not even that much nicer. This is from Sonia Kashuk, but the quality is incredible. You can find these brushes at Target. We'll do like a comparison, one cheek to the other. You see how that's blending just so much better? This one was getting really choppy and kind of weird. This is blending beautifully. Now I am going to take the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter, and I'm going to take this brush right here that we have been using, kind of wipe off a little bit of the excess and go in a little bit heavy and really hit the high points of my face. This is a beautiful highlighter because you can go kind of crazy, but it doesn't exaggerate, you know, pores, fine lines. It doesn't look too frosty. It just looks super glowy, and I think it's so beautiful. I am gonna go back into this guy right here and contour just a tiny little bit along my nose and my cheekbones. For my nose, I am gonna take this itty bitty brush from Jessie's Girl. Again, I cleaned it right when I got home and the brush hairs were falling out immediately. I don't recommend this Jessie's Girl brush situation, but I thought I would try it out anyway, you know? See if I could make any of them work because they're literally $2.99 a brush. This is actually not bad. This is working for me. What? It's kind of like crappy stiffness is actually making contouring my nose really nice. I'm also gonna go a little bit under my lip. I like to contour right here, a little bit in the hollows of my cheeks. Next, what I want to do is fill in my eyebrows, and I have this guy right here. What the hell, right? I got home and I was like, da, 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 da. You know what? The whole point of this is showing you guys you can make it work. So just make it work. All right, I'm going into this e.l.f. Duo. It says light. You have a cream on one side and a powder on the other. I'm gonna first go in with the cream. Maybe not my best brow moment, but it's not terrible, and this was literally $3. We're gonna do a little eye action, and I'm gonna start out by kind of fanning a little bit of color in my crease. I'm using some shadows from Kiko. I got these for $2 a piece. Kiko shadows are great. So I'm gonna take this one right here. This is an Infinity shadow. This is the shade 239. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush from e.l.f. and just really buff this in the crease. It's okay that a little bit's getting on my lid. I'm gonna be doing something a little more smoky today with a smoky eye, kind of like undone and smudged out. That's what you want. It's kind of a sexy, effortless look. So that's what I'm going for. I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna go in with Waddles from ColourPop. This is a contour brush from e.l.f. and I'm gonna go a little bit lower in the crease just to warm things up just a little bit. Now that I have my crease all sorted out, I'm gonna go in with the shade Central Perk. This is also from ColourPop, and I'm just gonna use my fingertip. I'm gonna take my ring finger and I'm just gonna pat this on the outer edge. And I always like to take my clean finger right next door, this guy right here, whenever I'm using my fingertips to press in a dark color especially, I'll press the color in and then I'll take my clean finger and kind of blend out those edges. Now I'm going to go back with this big brush from e.l.f., this contour brush that I was using on my eyes, and I'm going to make sure the crease is nice and smooth. I'm Moving on, we're gonna take this guy, also from ColourPop. The reason I love using these is they're $5. They're beautiful, easy to work with. I find this to be a very fast way to put on makeup using cream shadows. And this is Koosh. This is one of my favorites. I think I called it Kush in a past video, which got me in a lot of trouble. It's Koosh, K-O-O-S-H. I have definitely used a lot of this, and I love this shade. It's so brightening and beautiful. I'm gonna take it on my pointer finger and just pat this all over my lid. Really easy. I mean, this is taking me no time at all. I'm now gonna go back to this Kiko shade. This is the shade 217. It's a little bit darker than what I initially put in the crease. And I'm taking this brush from Jessie's Girl, the one I contoured my nose with, and I'm going to smudge underneath my eyes. I'm actually going to use a brown liner today instead of black, but this is still really rich. It's very espresso. This is the Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer in Rich Brown. It comes with a smudger on one side, it's automatic, and the formula is really beautiful. So I am just going to line my lid. I'm not going to wing it out. If you are going to smudge, make sure you do it before you move on to the other eye. Otherwise, this will lock into place and you won't be able to move the product around. We're going to take a little bit of this e.l.f. Baked Highlighter. I'm going to take a little bit of setting spray. This is from Essence. This is the Keep It Perfect setting spray. I'm going to spray this brush and take a little bit of the product and go and place this on the inner corners of my eyes. Now I'm going to take a black liner from Rimmel. This is the Scandalize Waterproof Kohl Pencil, and this is in Jet Black. And I'm going to run this along the upper waterline. Now I'm going to take a big gamble and use this scary tool on my eyes. This is from e.l.f. This is their eyelash curler. It was the only one that I could find under $5. I don't know that this is doing anything. This is kind of the crappiest eyelash curler I think I've ever used. Don't buy this. Buy a Revlon one instead for a few bucks more. That was pretty bad. This is a mascara from Essence. This is the Forbidden Volume, and I love this mascara so much. It's one of my favorites, and it really pumps up your lashes very easily. I am going to be going in with falsies, but this is just one of my favorite drugstore mascaras at the moment. It's really good. Literally, compared to the other day when I was using Chanel mascara, this is so much better. I cannot even tell you. It actually gives me volume. It doesn't flake. It doesn't smudge. Now I'm gonna get to lining my lips. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my God, I hate it. I have wet mascara on. No. Don't you hate that when you sneeze and your mascara just does this thing? Oh man, that sucks. I'm going to take one of my very favorite lip liners. This is from Rimmel. This is the Lasting Finish 1000 Kisses. This is such a beautiful lip liner. It works with everything. I'm also taking this one from Essence. This is Wish Me a Rose, and I'm just kind of defining the outer edge just a little bit. And now I'm going to take this gloss, which is one of my very, very favorites. This is from Catrice. This is called Rose Would You, and it is so gorgeous. I may have used this in my under 10 video, but I'm obsessed with this gloss, and I just think everybody should have it. So it's like $4.99 and beautiful. The applicator is nice and flat. You feel like you're really getting a nice amount of coverage, and I love it. Added bonus, it smells like cake. I forgot that I had this sitting in front of me. This is a Ultimate Brow Mascara from Wet n Wild, and I really enjoy this. I like to wipe a little bit of the excess off first. So I don't have a tissue in front of me. I'm just gonna use the back of my hand to kind of get some of the gunk off of there. And then when you comb it through your brows, you have the perfect amount on there. just a little extra something. I have these Ardell Glamour lashes, number 122 in black. These are very wispy. I'm gonna pop these on. These ones I don't even have to trim, which is fantastic. Normally I always have to trim my lashes. So what I'm gonna do is take this Ardell lash adhesive, also within our budget, and I am going to take the back part of one of my brushes here. Hey, this one's already destroyed, so let's do that. And I am just going to paint the band. I'm taking this Essence Keep It Perfect Makeup Fixing Spray. I really love this. I've mentioned it before. It does work. It's one of the better drugstore setting sprays that I have ever found. So I'm going to mist my face in excess. Fan it all down. This is the finished look. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this inspired you to try some affordable options from the drugstore. I don't think I can do anything less than this. It's the max. $5 is the max low budget that I can do per item, but this was a fun challenge and a little bit harder than the $10 one, which I will link below if you want to check that one out as well. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will see you in tomorrow's video. Mwah.